And we're live, I think. I'd hope. This is gonna be a 0 out of 10 experience. 11 out of 10 for a Fergor. This is a unscripted out loud reading of Homestuck, the hit comic from 2002. Yeah, 2002. See, it says it right down there. It's the... And now, I need to go proceed to grab this link and put it to a certain location, because I said so. Give me a minute as I proceed. I will also put music in the background until sound happens. Alright, there we go. And now, let the true experience begin. The one and only Homestuck experience that everyone did not ask for and no one wanted. I should probably put music on. Let me put nothing on. No one deserves any music. And now, let me begin. I'm gonna need a water for this. A young man stands in his bedroom. It just so happens that today, the 13th of April, 2009, is this young man's birthday. Though it was given 13 years ago, he was given... Though it was 13 years ago he was given life, it is only today he will be given a name. Perfect start! Let's ignore that. What will the name of this young man be? Zoo Smell Poop Lord. Try again, smartass. Try again. John Egbert. Yick. Your name is John. As previously mentioned, it is your birthday. A number of cakes are scattered around about your room. You have a variety of interests. You have a passion for really terrible movies, and you like to program computers, but you're not very good at it. You have a fondness for paranormal lore, and you are an aspiring amateur magician. You also like to play games sometimes. What will you do? John, quickly retrieve arms from drawer. Your arms are in your magic chest, poop lord. Remove cake from magic chest. Out of sympathy for John's perceived lack of arms, you pick up the cake for him and put it on his bed. Quickly, retrieve arms from magic chest. You remove fake arms from the chest. You use these for hilarious antics. You catalog them in your Zilladex, and you have no idea what that actually means, though. There are other items in the chest, and now I will proceed to be right back, because I need to do something I forgot. I enjoyed this. Okay. Well, that happened. Anyways. That totally was not a fake BRB for me to check if everything was working. There are other items in the chest. John, examine contents of chest. In here, you keep an array of humorous and mystical artifacts. Each one a devastating weapon in the hands of a skilled magician or a cunning prankster. You are neither of these things. Among the artifacts are 2 fake arms, currently capitalized in your Zilladex, 1 pair of trick handcuffs, 1 stunt sword, I'm not yelling all of this, 1 magician hat, and 1 pair of Beagle Puss glasses, several smoke pellets, several blood capsules, and 1 copy of Colonel Sutherland's daunting text of magical revelry and practical japery, and 1 copy of Anderson's Wise Guy by Mike Cadvany, or how do you pronounce that? Some of this stuff may come in handy at some point. For now, you decide to just take the smoke pellets. John, capture log smoke pellets. You stow the smoke pellets in on your capture-log cards, in your Silodex. You still aren't completely sure what that means, but you're starting to get the hang of the vernacular at least. You have 2 empty capture-log cards remaining. John, equip fake arms. You aren't totally sure if equip is a verb of copacetic with the exact behavioral medium in which you dwell, but you give it a try anyway. Unfortunately, you cannot access the fake arms. Their card end is underneath the one you just used to capture log, the smoke pellets. You will have to use the pellets first in order to access the arms, but this is probably unadvisable, since you would just make your room lousy with smoke. Your Silodex fetch modus is currently dictated by the logic of stack data structure. A stack data structure. You were never that great with data structures. You find the concept puzzling and mildly irritating. With any hope, perhaps you'll advance new, more practical fetch modi for your Silodex with a little more experience. John, examine problem poster. Is it even possible to get any more hard-boiled than that? You really doubt it. This poster is one of your wisest purchases. There's also a nice spot on the wall next to it. You've been meaning to hang another poster there soon. Read note on drawer. This note is rich with the aromas of fatherly aftershaves and cologne, only $9.99. Beside the note is a rolled-up poster. Another birthday artifact. You wonder what is printed on the poster. You will need some way to hang it on your wall. John, acquire hammer and nails. They will come in handy. You placed the hammer into your Silodex, but now all your capture log cards are full. You wonder what will happen if you try to take the nails. You guess it doesn't hurt to try. John, take nails. You've capture log 4 nails into the top card and push all the artifacts down a card. The fake arms are pushed entirely out of the deck. Oh well, they probably aren't completely useless anyway. But you don't want to do that again, unless you want to drop some smoke pellets and suffer the consequences. In any case, you feel like you've gathered enough things to get down to business and do some really important stuff. But the next thing you do is exceptionally meaningful. John, squawk like an imbecile and shit on your desk! This is the dumbest idea you've had in weeks! Stupid! 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 And yet the polished surface of your desk, it beckons. John, combine the nails and the hammer. You merge the top 2 cards. The hammer and nails are now capture log on the same card and can be used together. Use the hammer and nails cards in conjunction with the card beneath it. John, nail poster to wall. You use the hammer, nails, and poster on the blank space on the wall. It's glorious. Exactly what you wanted. The old man really came through this time. John, examine Con Air poster. Put the bunny back in the box. I said put the bunny back in the box. Why couldn't you put the bunny back in the box? John, examine Deep Impact poster. No, I'm not clicking the link. Okay, I'm clicking the link. I think this might actually be copyrighted. Bad idea. John, examine Deep Impact poster. Morgan Freeman's detailed homespun mannerisms were perfect qualities for a president residing over a crisis. Oceans rise, cities fall, hope survives. Wow. Films about impending apocalypse fascinate you. Plus, a black president? Now you've seen everything they didn't know. John, examine calendar. You've marked your birthday, the 13th of April. Another day you marked was supposed to be the arrival date for the highly tooted, never heard that word before, highly tooted verb, beta launch. It's been there for 3 days already. It's starting to become a sore subject of you. John, eat cake. You are sick to death of cake. You have been eating it all day, and you have no intention of clogging your Silodex with it either. The cake stays put for now. You hear a notice from your computer. Someone is messaging you. John, examine incoming message. You pull up your computer. This is where you spend most of your time. You decorated your desktop with some rather handsome wallpaper, which you made yourself. You're really proud of it. Your desktop is also littered with some various programming project files. God, they're so relatable. You are so bad at programming, sometimes you wonder why you even bother with it. God, they're so relatable. You're just like me for real. Your Pester Chum application is flashing. Someone's trying to get in touch with you. John, open Pester Chum. This is gonna be horrible. Only one of your chums is logged in. He sent you a message. Oh yeah, it's them. Hey, so what sort of insane loot did you rake in today? I got a little monster poster. It's so awesome, I'm going to watch it again today. The apple juice scene was so funny. Oh hell, it's such a coincidence I just found an unopened container of apple juice in my closet. It's like a fucking Christmas up in here. Okay, that's fine. But I have one question, then a word of caution. Have you ever seen the movie called Little Monsters, starring Howie Mandel and Fred Savage? But the seal in the bottle is unbroken. Are you suggesting that someone put piss in my apple juice factory? All I'm saying is don't think Monster All I'm saying is don't you think Master Howie Mandel has the power to do something as simple as a reseal a bottle? Try using your brain, numbnuts. Why did the fat kid or whoever drank it know what piss tasted like? I mean, his reaction was near high instantaneous. I mean, it was the 15th day in a row Howie Mandel peed in his juice. Okay, I can accept that. Monster B-list celebrity douchebags are cunning and persistent pranksters. Also, Fred Savage has a really punchable face. But who cares? Let's stop talking about it. Did you get the beta yet? No? Did you? Man, I got 2 copies already. I don't care. I'm not gonna play it or anything. The game sounds boring. You see how it got slammed in Game Bro? Game Bro's a joke, and we both know it. Yeah, why don't you go check your mail? Maybe it's there now. Alright. John, look out the window. You see the view of your yard from your window. Hanging from the tree is your tire swing and a kid's yard. A tree without a tire swing is like a proper gentleman without a monocle. That is to say, he can hardly be considered a terribly proper gentleman at all. And there is beside your driveway is the mailbox. John, examine mailbox. The little red arm swingy dealy thingy, or whatever it's called, is flipped up. What the hell is that thing called anyway? You don't have time for semantics. The red flappy fliver thing means that we have new mail, and that means the beta might be there. Go outside and check a mailbox. You are about to hurry down the stairs when you hear a car pull into the driveway. It looks like your dad has returned from the grocery store. Oh great, he's beating you to the mail. John, forget it. Check mail later. If you go downstairs to get it, he'll likely to monopolize hours of your time. You decide to chill out here for a while until the dust settles. Sometimes, you feel like you are trapped in this room, stuck. And it's, if you will, in a sense, which possibly is the borders of this titular. And now, your chum is pestering you again. The clockwork of friendship turns ceaselessly, operating on a swing lever dealies of harassment and popularity. Whatever, the dude can just hold his damn horses. You put countless man-hours into this assortment of quality titles. Okay, these are like clickable things. They just bring you to stuff or just look like secrets. Some of them will come in the future later, but like it doesn't really matter. These are just mostly works. Anyways, John, read Colonel Sassacre's daunting text. You decide to consult the Colonel's bottomless wisdom. Good grief, this thing is huge. It could kill a cat if you dropped it. But to really dig into this healthy book, you'll have to capsulog it. You're not sure ready if you're you are not sure ready if you're ready to log you are not sure you are ready to log jam your other artifacts beneath it just yet. John, capsulog fake arms again. What did you just say? You don't want to clog up your... Oh, Jesus, in a momentary lapse of contraction, you accidentally capsulog your arms again. John, set Pesterchum's status to bully. You don't think the situation is quite dire enough to go all the way to rancorous, but you feel like the Pesterchum client should reflect your mood change in some way. Bully would have to do, you guess. Oh,
This is unsurprisingly does nothing whatsoever. Oh, right. You forgot your chum is still pestering you. John, answer chum. Is it there? Please say yes. Maybe you can play some TT. She's been pestering me all day about it. She's macking me so hard all the time and I start to feel embarrassed for her. I mean, not that I can blame her or anything. Yes, it is understandable because you are really attractive. I am attracted to you. Thank you. Just kidding, huh? No, I don't have it yet. My dad has the mail and I'm guessing gonna get it and see it if he's there. Quit trying delivering me. And I've been busy spending all afternoon shitting around my stupid Silodex. It's so frustrating. What's your modus? What? What do you retrieve artifacts from it? Like how? Oh, like one time I guess? If I put too much in, something falls out. Stack! What is yours? Hash map. My bro taught me a few tricks. He basically knows everything. And it's awesome. What the hell is that? You should probably brush up on your data structures. I guess. Did you at least locate your Strife specibus? No. It could free up a car for you. Plus let you attack stuff whenever things get too hot to handle. Which is never. What do you got? What you got? What have you got? Well, I got a hammer, but it's trapped under some arms. Wow, you really suck at this, don't you? Just get rid of the arms and I'll locate the hammer with some specibus. How? I don't know. Just use the arms on any old thing and see if it works. John, combine fake arms with cake. You stick the fake arms in the cake on your bed. This definitely makes the cake at least 3,000% more hilarious. You're sure Colonel Sessaker could know the precise index of evaluated hilarity. John, locate the hammer to Strife specibus. You check the back of your Strife specibus for the kind of Astratus you have in mind. For the kind of Astratus you have in mind for it. John, select hammer. Your Strife specibus has been located with the hammer kind of Stratus. The hammer has been moved to your capture log deck to your Strife deck. John, report progress to TG. Okay, I did it. Hammer kind? Yeah. Okay, that should be a permanent location for your specibus. I guess I should have mentioned that. I hope you liked hammers, dude. Yeah, I guess. It's fine. I can't imagine it going all that well relevant. John, caption. John, capture log Colonel's big book. Now that you've got some space in your Silodex to work with, you figure that you might as well start squandering it immediately. Ordinarily, this ridiculous book would be way too heavy to carry around in any practical way other than the fact that they were holding in the first shot. You guess this is the first aspect of which cards represent some convenience. John, examine Game Bro magazine. Game Bro, superb! Why, the game of the year or whatever isn't as good as some other stuff that I like better. Twitter trademarked. John, read article. So, okay. Suburb is this game I've seen cats seem hella pumped of. And this beta is sitting on my desk for review, so I'm like, yeah, man, I'll write something. I don't know, I'm like, this game's about houses or some noise? That's fine. I'm sure there's some dynamite in a handbag for some roasted, but all I'm saying is that when you get to thrash anything while you're playing the house or some shit, are you ever Jeopardy, like getting mud or doll's address or whatever, bursting out and I quote, the mad stunts all whipped up in? You know what I'm saying, bro, yo, ma? I don't actually play this game, but I give 1.5 out of 5 hats to keep it real. At this point, I'd like to give a shout out to my boy Dennis, who was over at the other day. We were gonna chill in front of the Dark Knight, he was all chill and psyched with it, y'all. So this one time he was leaning against the screen and the shit popped open, the back deck was wet, and he slipped down and he broke out. He broke his thumb on the lawn. It wasn't a long fall, but hey, I guess a thumb bone wasn't made for supporting the brunt weight of a huge wasteless tool against wet grass. We never went and watched The Dark Knight on account of Ron trucking his ball and canning ass Gurf to the hospital. But it's cool. I got another watching me, bro, tell Wanda. Bro notes. Dennis was so wasted, I mean, damn. John, Capture log game bro. It might come in handy if you ever need something that burns easily. Capture log magician's hat. You expand your final cards on the magician's hat. John, get funny glasses too. You don't have a free card in your Siladex. However, you're able to merge the Beaglepus in the magician's hat to create a clever disguise. John, wear disguise the fool dad. John? Who is this John you speak of? You are quite certain there's never been, nor ever will be. Yeah, this is a really shitty disguise. While you're wearing the items, they remain on the card, but it's temporarily removed from the deck, thus freeing up the cards beneath it. John, leave room. You exit into the hallway. On the picture hangs a fella who's... On the wall hangs a picture of a fella who sure knows how to have a laugh. A man of your own, after your own heart. You always thought you looked a lot like Michael Cera. But your dad swears on how many hollowed tombs of ancient Egypt that is not. You're not sure about that, though. On the other wall is one of your dad's stupid clowns, or harlequins, as it's quick to correct anyone who ventures at such a brazen assumption. John, go downstairs. The accursed odor of the fresh baking wafts into your newfound nostrils. Something is brewing in the kitchen. It must be the covenants of your arch nemesis, Betty Crocker. What is just leads you to like an actual page into like a fucking wiki page of just Betty Crocker. And the rich, buttery aroma of her plot stinks into high heaven. This mission is going to be more difficult than you have imagined. John, admire harlequins. You check out the shelves of fanciful harlequins. Look at this fucking garbage. You hate this stuff. Funny is funny, but your dad can be a real cornball. Sometimes at night you pray for burglars. John, examine fireplace. A bright orange flame flickers in the fireplace. It doesn't matter it's April or not. It's terribly chilling outside. In a home, a fireplace needs a fire. Because that's what a fireplace is for. A fire belongs in a fireplace, damn it. Captcha lyrically at all times. Without exception. As a domestic myth of unaccountable origins, a home borrows the spirit of the flame for as long as it makes a guest of it. As much as the moon takes liberty with the sun rays. The moon's an errant thief, and her hair of fire snatches from the sun. Mark Twain. You are almost certain Mark Twain said that. John, toss Game Bro into the fire. No, bro, what are you doing? It doesn't burn as quickly as you'd hope. Each Game Bro magazine is guaranteed to be printed in 40% recycled asbestos for big ups to Mother Earth, yo. Fondly regard cremation. You examine the sacred urn containing your Nana's ashes. The pod to be... When your father brings her portrait of wistful glance now and then, you can tell it brings back painful memories. A tall bookshelf, a ladder, and an unabridged current of Sassacres. He never wants to talk about it. John, topple urn. You clumsily mishandled the sacred urn and ashes everywhere. In retrospect, upon milling the cinematic tropes in guarding ash-filled urns, this outcome was a virtual certainty. You'd probably better clean it up before Dad finds it. John combined father's pipe with clever disguise. You think now would be a good time to beef up your clever disguise. John, examine oversized gift. Jep, you can do anything if you put your mind to it. I believe in you. Contemplating what would be inside this package is some sort of exciting, but it takes you a little nervous at the same time. Open large present. Oh, hell no! Capture log ashes. First, you prop up the Harlequin doll on the couch, having it in the middle of the floor, sprawled out like a chemo all like that struck you as unseemly. You capture log the ashes into your available card. John, combine ashes with urn. You merge the sacred urn with the ashes.
Most of the ash is back in the urn, but it's a total mess. Really, it probably should have been tidier if you would have just used a broom and dustpan. John, put the urn back. No one will be the wiser, except for maybe some people with the eyes. John, get fake arms again. You just got another brilliant idea for something to do with those pointless arms. You pry them out like the cake to capture log. You pry them out of the cake and capture log them. Looks like the pester chum is acting up again. John, examine the third and fourth walls of the room. Huh. John, check pester chum. Another one of your chums is messaging you. I understand that you've recently come in possession of the beta release of the Game of the Year as featured in respectable periodicals such as the Game Bro magazine. That's a ugly rumor. Whoever told you that is a filthy liar, and you should probably stop hitting on him all the time or whatever. I can't control myself. I have a weakness for insufferable pricks. Anyway, I haven't checked the mail. My dad has it. I'm trying to go get it from him, so be right back. John? What? You're wearing one of your disguises right now, aren't you? You're typing me right now while wearing something ridiculous. No, why would you even think that? That's so stupid. Okay, why don't you go get the game from your father? Alright, wish me luck. Oh, by the way, JK, I was totally wearing this disguise the whole time. Gotcha! I know, John. John, go back downstairs. As you can now execute that brilliant idea you had, there should be just enough frosting on the fake arms to serve as an adequate adhesive. John, attach arms to doll. Doesn't care what Colonel Sassacre says. That makes it at least 1,000,000% funnier. John, inspect the burnt paper on the floor. Brew balloon! You put this back in the fire where it belongs. John, throw present wrap in the fire. As long as you're cleaning up. John, capture lock doll. You can carry half of the items, but that thing's just way too big. Get real. Besides, you don't even want it. John, read Colonel Sassacre's text. I'm not reading that for you. Read it for yourself, lol. You thought consulting the text is how to determine exactly how hilarious the doll is now, but this text is way too big to navigate in a timely fashion. You decide to forget it. John, find Dad and retrieve mail. The door on the left leads to the kitchen, which from smell baking wafts a powerful aroma, which could lift an especially portly hobo off his feet. The door on the right leads to the study, where your dad spends a lot of his time. You could be in either room. Where will you go? John, go in the study. Doesn't look like he's in here, right now. John, examine Father's desk. On the desk is a deck of playing cards, one of your dad's pipes, the April issue of the Serious Chester magazine, and a Shrey capture log card. There's also a can of peanuts on the desk. Oh, Dad, you won't be falling for that one again anytime soon. A severe peanut allergy is a terrible affliction to cope with. John, upgrade costume with hat from rack. You swap the magician's hat for the bowler hat. This disguise is somewhat less funny, but looks a lot more distinguished looking. John, combine second pipe with clever disguise. Your dad maintains numerous pipes around the household. A father without a pipe is like a strapping roughneck without a toothpick. That is to say, he is a rather piss-poor excuse for a roughneck, if you ask me. You'd rather not take the pipe, though. It's the first one tastes bad enough as it is. How you suffer for your comedy, and how I suffer for my reading. John, examine capture log card. Yes! This will be perfect for expanding your space in your cylinder. John, capture log card. John, play haunting piano refrain.
John, play 52 pickup. You play the printer's favorite card game, even though you are alone in the room, thus rendering it a specially foolish version of solitaire. So stupid! Look at this mess. That mess. The peanut gallery over there, sure getting a kick out of it. You are allergic to their scorn. John, attempt to leave the house. You go back to the living room and contemplate checking the mailbox outside, and you think perhaps you should exhaust all possibilities before plunging headlong into that dad encounter. Your television is currently airing a commercial. I've actually seen that commercial before. It's very old. John, exit. You exit the house. John, check mail. Predictably, the mailbox is empty. You have already been scooped by your father. The streets are empty. Wind skims the voids, keeping neighbors apart as if grazing the hollow of a cut reed. Or say, a plundered mailbox, as familiar note is produced. It is one of desolation that plays the keeps an instrument in tune. It is your 13th birthday, and as with all 12 preceding it, something feels missing from your life. The game representing eluding you, Riddler. It is only latest sleight in hand is a repertoire of an unseen Riddler, one to engender a sense of not of mirth, but of lack. Of his coarse schemes of those God, this is such a fucked up line. Schemes of those such a printer as a common pickpocket. His riddle is absence itself. It is a mystery dispersing altogether, like the moon's faint reflection, with even one pebble of inquiry dropped in its black well. It is the most diabolical riddle? Yeah, sure, of all. Absent diminishes little passions and increase the great ones as wind extinguishes candles of fans of fire. Walt Whiteman. Walter White?! Yes, you are certain Walt Whiteman said that. 100% positive. You have a feeling it is going to be a long day. John, leave a surprise for the mailman. No! See if your father left the mail in the car. The door is locked and your dad has the car keys. You peer through the driver's side window. You don't see any mail, but you do see a green package! There is also something underneath that looks like a slip of paper. Could these items come in the mail? You don't see anything else that usually in the mail, like bills and coupons. Maybe your dad forgot to take the stuff inside. John, spy in the kitchen. Try to gander through the kitchen window, but you can't see a whole lot. It seems your dad's been doing so much baking. The glass is stained up. God, he's so weird. But you can see what's on the table just beside the window. It looks like the mail is there. Included among is a red package, some bills, your dad's TDA, and an envelope that appears to be suspiciously labeled with the Suburb logo. Could it be? Unfortunately, the window is locked. And also, I don't even think that's a window you can open, dumbass. John, go back into the kitchen. You have no other choice. You are going in. Clever disguise. It's time to work your magic. John, enter. Your dad sees right through your costume. You don't even know you were even thinking of this foolish ruse. You want to equip the clever disguise. Your dad wields a dreaded artifact of confection. He stands between you and the mail. There is only one way to settle this. Strife! John, retrieve the package and flee to your room. You cannot not abscond. This pesky guardian is blocking your path. You will need to engineer some sort of distraction. And now he brandishes yet another artifact of confection. The man is ruthless. You'd better be braced for the impact of the most comedically striking fashion possible. John, there's a cat in the background that I want to hit. Not really hit, but please stop. You're ruining my audio. Please. Please. Oh, whatever, I'll ignore it. You'd better brace for impact in the most comedically striking fashion possible. John, equip disguise for the fence. The Beagle Aegis. I don't even know if that's how you say it. The Beagle Aegis absorbs the brunt of the treat, and it looks like your dad will enjoy your priceless cabbage on that exchange, as is usually the case. John, captchalogue the pie tin. You take the pie tin and unequip the Beagle Puss. Everything in your Silodex is pushed back a card, and the smoke pellets are ejected from the deck. Yes, this could be the distraction you work. Nothing happens. What a huge letdown. John, take the cake. When two great forces oppose each other, the victory will go to the one that knows how to yield. Oscar Wilde. Wise words by a man who could likely resist anything but temptation. The cake forces Colonel Sassacre's Tesk out of your Silodex. Sassacre, you beautiful bastard! Now's your chance! John, abscond! Now that your dad's busy placating the smoke detector, you can safely sneak away. John, take PDA. You snake your dad's PDA. Maybe later you'll switch the background image to something hilarious as a prank. Besides, it may come in handy later. Your spare catalogue card is forced out of the Silodex and consequently integrated with the deck. You now have 5 cards to work with. John, take package. This red package is addressed to you. John, take envelope. You got the Suburb Beta. John, exit kitchen. John, get cake on couch. You captchalogue the cake on the couch, expelling the pie tin from the bottom card. Combine the cakes to make a double-decker cake. You then merge the 2 cakes across all 5 cards. Everything in your Silodex is smushed in between the cakes. Why don't you think these things through first? John, retreat upstairs. You pause at the juncture and head down the hall. You're going to need something to clean up this mess you're about to make by dissecting this cake. To what is the left is the bathroom. To the right, your dad's room. It is locked and you are forbidden from ever entering. He has secrets. Go to the bathroom and grab a towel. You enter the bathroom and you see your backyard from the window. The jewel crown in its swing set and has provided you with years of joy. There is also a spring-mounted pogo ride, which has been responsible for more than one painful injury, and has provided you with years of lament. On the sink is your dad's razor. On the rack side is a fresh towel. John, remove PDA, envelope, and package from cake. You take the razor and use it to perform surgery on the cake. They did surgery on a cake? You take the towel and clean off the extracted goods. John, retrieve your items. The items are manhandled in the cake. The items force the manhandle into the toilet. And just like that, your Silodex is full again. God, this thing's so annoying. Go to the bedroom. John, admire failure to launch poster. You're not usually into chick flicks, but Matthew McConaughey's cool charisma could salvage any heap of smoldering wreckage. This is your McConaughey wall. A casual shrine to an amazing actor. The film above that one is a lot better, you think. Can you see? I wanted to picture that little now imagine she's white. You got us, Matthew. Your smooth-talking exposed her limit racist racism. Sam, you're good. John, check Pester Chum. Hi, happy birthday, John. Hello? Okay, I'll talk to you later. Hey, Gigi suddenly is looking for you. Why are you so popular all of a sudden? Is today some sort of special occasion or something? What do you do to... Did you do something to curry favor of ladies? What, did you break your leg on a puppy or shit? Dude, what are you doing? Turntech is now idle. I discovered a comet is going to destroy the Earth, and I was named after me. Now I am famous, and everyone wants to talk to me a lot. No. No, stop. No. Don't talk about your awful, stupid movies or make references to them. Your gross man-bro crush on Matt McConaughey is an unsavory thing to behold. Matt McConaughey. Sounds like a dumb noise a horse would make. I.e. dumb. Equally dumb are all the pictures of that clown you got hanging up. Those are my dad's. I was thinking about Nick Cage. Oh, what? No, man. Nick Cage is sweet. So sweet. That guy is so lame. You don't even act like him ironically or anything. This is like for real, isn't it? I do things ironically sometimes. What about that time I sentenced you for, what about what? Thank you, comic, for giving me a brain aneurysm. What about what I sent you for your birthday? No, those are awesome. What? No, they're stupid. Which was the joke? The ironic joke. Get it? Wait, you're actually wearing them, aren't you? I'm wearing them ironically, because they're awesome. The fact that they're ironic makes them awesome, and vice versa. Are you taking notes on how to be cool? Jesus, fucking get a fucking pen. Do you realize they touched Stiller's weird, some sort of gaunt face at one point? Ew, yeah. Oh well. Anyway, speaking of which, did you get the mail? Yeah. Did there happen to be a package in there? Yeah, there's a big red one. You should probably open it. I would, but it's trapped under Suburb Beta, so I will probably open it after I install the beta. Oh man, the beta came? Oh man, the beta came. Yeah, wanna play it? I had no way. Why not? Sounds so hella boring to get it. Just to get TT to play it. If she's in, it sounds so hella boring just to get TT to play it. She's all about that. Where'd she go? Her internet's blinking in and out, I guess. Probably be back online soon. Oh, and Christ in a sidecar. Christ in a sidecar. God, that's a good one. Christ in a sidecar. Are you still using the stack modus? Seriously, dude. You have to bone up on your data structures. That shit is just ridiculous. Okay, I will. John, open browsers and go on mspaintadventures.com. You decide to space out on the computer for a while before you're doing anything important. You open the Typhoeus web browser and direct it to what is indisputably the most amazing website ever created. The new adventure is okay, but you're not sure if you like it as much as the last one. John, install the Suburb Beta. You decided it's time for less meta and more beta. Or meta. Although beta and meta don't rhyme too well. I mean, they do. You insert the CD and install the Suburb Beta. What the fuck is this? Skynet System Incorporated. All rights reserved. Suburb client is running. Waiting for servers to establish connection. John, bone up on data structures. You go to your closet, where you keep a lot of clothes and an array of handy computer programming guides. John, read data structure book. Data structures for assholes! Your ignorance made me just throw up a little. Get a clue, you computer illiterate piece of shit. Free fetch modus and back. I think my rage just crapped its pants. Thanks, funny uncle. You're not sure you really want to dig into this huge tome. It looks really boring and kind of ordinary. Maybe you'll just check out that free modus instead. John, get free fetch modus. You turn into the backside cover where the free fetch modus is included and the plastic sleeve. This one is dictated by the logic of queue data structure, operating first in, first out method rather than first in, last out method of stack. John, apply fetch modus to Sylladex. Items cataloged in your Sylladex are no longer immediately accessible. You can only use the item on the bottom card, and must wait for items to appear on upper cards to be pushed back to it. For instance, the red package is now inaccessible, but you can only use the razor at the moment. This Mojic doesn't strike you as a significant upgrade from your previous one. In fact, it almost seems more inconvenient. You figure might as well give it a chance, though. John, switch back to stack modus. You suddenly wonder if this is even possible. You don't even remember if you had a physical card for the stack modus. You find all this to be a little abstract and you prefer not to think about it too much. John, put down the razor. Put it down? You're not quite sure you understand. Pick up 2 items. You capture log 1 of the cakes. You finally found a use for all these loitering pastries. Dead weight! John, get other cake. The second cake causes the razor to launch out of the Silodex in front of you. The second cake causes the razor to launch out of front of your Silodex. Oh, good lord. That beautiful face. You wish the razor would have failed the launch. Rest in peace, McConaughey. He got murdered by Razor. John, get more stuff. You open Dramatic Jest and capture log 1 of your favorite books of all time. Wise Guy by Mike Caveney. There goes the fresh towel. Might as well grab those cuffs. You take the trick can cuffs and expelling the PDA like a bullet. Oh, god damn it. Open up the package. You examine the package. It is from one of your internet chums. It's bound in packaging tape, though. You'll need something sharp to open it. Ah, of course, the razor. It's all so simple. You wonder why you didn't. John, get razor. John, pick up package again. Let's take this from the top. John, capture log glass shards. You take 3 glass shards in quick succession and duck for cover. Your Silodex rains devastation on your room from above. And now that your cards are packed with glass, you are probably not want to do that again anytime soon. You should probably go get that stuff before you forget. Use the razor on that red package. You open the red package and there's something suspicious inside. Something suspiciously dirty and smelly. It's a stuffed bunny, much like the one that held hostage briefly by the Molecular Cyrus, the virus, while taunting hard luck protagonist Cameron Poe, and strikingly similar to the one scooped up from the suit of the burning Vegas strip from Cage's Poe and offered it to his daughter. The gesture symbolic of tattered exterior surrounding a heart of gold. Poe wasn't much to look at, but he was a good man. But no, it is not merely like that bunny. According to this note of authenticity, it is the very same bunny. This is so awesome. John, check status of Suburb Beta. It looks like your computer is trying to get your attention. John, look at monitor. John, check Pester Chum window. Looks like you managed to trade the beta. Excellent. I'm gonna try to connect. Well, okay, I just got the most awesome present. The rabbit? So sweet. I've heard tales of its wretched creature often. Its Homeric legend is practically inscored in the fold of my personal mythology by now. What? Why don't we focus on the matter at hand? Oh, the game. Okay. I don't really know how this works. What am I even looking at here? You're running a client application. I am running the server. So I am the host user. I have established a connection with you. This is sufficient for us to play the game. Oh, okay then. Why don't we get started? John, press enter. Suburb. Mouse over the interface buttons. Thank you, Andrew Hussey. Very cool. TT, select Magic Chest. TT, zoom out. After you slap that chest down like a fucking brick. TT, drop chest. You know, after I keep forgetting that the lines are... Okay, there we go. TT, drop chest. Whoa, what are you doing? Sorry, I'm just getting a feel for the controls. Is my magic chest on the roof now? Yes. I'll try to be more careful next time. John, get the card. You find your missing stack fetch modus and quickly reapply it to your Sylladex. You can now opt in for either stack or queue modus at any time. You toggle between the fetch modi with gleeful abandon. It looks like your dad is leaving for more baking supplies. I almost said breakfast supplies. You're relieved to have the house to yourself again, if only for a few minutes. You just hope he doesn't notice the magic chest on the roof, or all the shit you threw out the window for that matter. TT, select stuff in the yard and move it to the TT, select stuff in the yard and move it back into the room. Hey, do you think you could do me a favor? Can you grab all that stuff outside my broken window and bring it back in for me? I'll give it a shot. Thanks. No luck. It appears to be out of range. I'm guessing it is too far away from you, the player. TT, select John. You cannot select a player! John abjures the meddlesome cursor. TT, select Bunny. TT, put the bunny back in the box. Perfect. TT, revise room. TT, open Finalia register. Deploy totem wave. Or all those three things. TT, deploy totem wave. John, examine totem wave. You don't know what the heck this is, but it looks neat. TT, open grist cache. It seems expanding the dimensions of your room costs us some build grist, but deploying the lathe did not appear to incur any expense. It looks like certain objects are freebies, probably to help you set up the game. Wow, okay. What do they do? I think it's up to you to find out. All I can do is drop stuff in your house and move it around, apparently. How do I move stuff around? It sounds fun. I don't think you can as the client. You will need to install a server application. You should have received both in separate envelopes. I'm running both on my computer right now. What? Did you get another envelope in the mail? No! Once you install a server and establish a connection, I'm sure you'll be able to manipulate my environment in the same manner. Are you sure you didn't get it? Oh man, I think I might know where it is. Now that your room is bigger, why don't you move to the far corner? It will extend the range of the cursor and I can reach the items. Which, you brought the window for some reason? Good idea. What have you been doing on here all afternoon anyway? Ugh, I've been fussing around my retarded Sylladex. But now that I have a use for it, it's under control now. What modus do you use? Oh, I like to use trees. Oh no, that sounds so awkward. It's not exceptionally practical, but I think they're elegant. John, standing corner. TT, deploy quick shooter. In the worst spot imaginable. TT, deploy a chemeter. Why is the floor shaking? Are you dropping more stuff in my house? Yes, 2 more large gizmos. Sweet! What is all of these big contraptions? If I had to guess, they appear to facilitate some sort of system involving punch card alchemy. Huh? To what end? I mean, are we supposed to be doing this in the game? That remains to be seen. Or what are we meant to be doing in this game? Maybe you should go investigate. John, get PDA. Serious business. I'm not reading that because it's serious business, and if it's serious business, you should not read it unless it's your business. You go to the PDA, switching back to snack modus so it's readily accessible. The interface is oddly sterile. No hilarious clown wallpapers or anything like that. Oops, you mean Harlequin wallpapers. In serious business, application is open, and it seems your daddy is various acquaintances. His fellow street performers, maybe? You guess the performing arts must be pretty serious business after all. John, install Pester Chum. This should be useful. Now you can keep tabs on your chums when you wander around the house. John, go out to the balcony. Hey, I'm out on the balcony now. I'm messaging you from my dad's PDA. The one you throw into the yard? No, I'm telling you, it jumped out of my Silodex like a frightened weasel. What were you doing with it in the first place? I am not sensing a lot of regard for personal property, you others. Is this how you pent up frustration of your father manifests itself? What? No. Those were all accidents. Please take your sock go blabbly elsewhere, miss. Your bathroom is a mess. What did you do that too? Oh man, see, this isn't cool. All this is snooping nonsense. There's a cake in the toilet. Yes. There is. I'm tempted to clean it up for you. Okay, if that's what will satisfy your weird OCD complex, then go ahead. My obsessive-compulsive disorder complex? Can a disorder also be a complex? In your case, probably. Sounds complicated. Anyway, I am going to have a look at this enormous platformy thing you've got on the balcony. John, examine a alchemimeter in a cautious manner. You have no idea what to do with this thing. You can't find any controls for it. Having exhausted all other possibilities, you decide to just stand on it. This isn't very cautious of you, actually. John, look through telescope. John, you should be blind. It is clear, sunny day. Nothing out of the ordinary to report. At least, not beyond the walls of your own home. TT, grab the soiled toilet. Whoops. Whoops, what? What was that noise? Is this something I should go investigate? No, I have it under control. You can just keep playing with your telescope. John, investigate. Ugh! I think I can patch it up. Just give me a little space. Why don't you have a look at the crux shooter? The what? The thing I put in your living room. John, hop down the hole. You jumped down to the utility room. That was sick. John, get sledgehammer and card. You take the sledgehammer and the capture log card, combine the two, and quickly apply it to your Shy Specivis. You think it's cool that things don't always have to be a federal fucking issue. Looks like another one of your chums is pestering you on your PDA. John, answer chum. John, did you get my package? Oh, hey. No, not yet. Darn. Are you sure? It was in a green box. Oh, yes, but it's in my dad's car. He'll be out in the store. He should be back soon. Great. So, what are you up to today? I am up to my neck in the suburb stuff. TD's making a royal mess of my house. Lol. What's suburb? Oh, it's this game. It's okay, I guess. I'm still figuring it out. Well, what was that? What was what? There was a loud noise outside my house. Sounded like an explosion. Wow, really? I'll go outside and look. Oh, man. Alright, but be careful, okay? I will. GG is keeps pestering ectobiologist at 1728. Very specific timing. Don't know why that exists. John, might as well check out the crux shooter. Oh, hell no. You put this thing in front of the door? There's a door there? Yeah? I didn't see it. Just thought it was fit nicely into that groove. Oh, you thought it was elegant? Okay, well what do I do with this thing now? Hello? What are you doing up there now? Oh, fuck. John, examine wheel on Cuck Shooter. When you turn the wheel, something seems to be pushing up from underneath the lid. But you aren't strong enough to make the lid come off. TT, put bathtub in the driveway. On the tub's journey to the driveway, the connection is interrupted. John, scold TT. You can see me, right? Tell me what's wrong with this picture. Sorry, but I keep losing the wireless signal. Must be the weather. I would look for a stronger signal in our part of the house, but I'd rather not risk an encounter with my mother. I battled through her cloud of gin and derision already once this evening. Yeah, I hear you. Yes, cake, jesters, unfaltering love and support. Quite a road to the Hode there. Though, road to hoe. I'm not sure how to say that. I feel stupid. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right or not. Road the hose. Get some bitches. Anyways, though I suppose I am a complicit for not informing social services about your situation. I know. What's going on outside? Maybe you could catch a neighbor signal. That presents the same problem. It's raining, remember? And dark. Yes, the sun is... It's dark already. Yes, the sun has already had its way with us here on the East Coast. Its lowered glare has moved to younger time zones. Yeah, okay. John, hit Cuck Shooter with sledgehammer. Need some help? TT, pick up sledgehammer. Oh. I'm not making sound effects with my mouth. What is this thing? Why is the clock counting down to? I've been looking at the GameFAQ walkthroughs to figure some of this stuff out. Hold on while I read a little bit further. Okay. All of these walkthroughs are extremely short. None of the progress much further than this point. Weird. Well, I mean, it is a good new game. True. Now the lid is off, you will need to extrude some crooksite. John, turn wheel again. You extrude one crooksite dowel. I feel like we should be hurrying. That countdown's making me nervous. John? Oh, your PDA is trapped under the crooksite now, isn't it? Anyway, looks like you're gonna need this card too. TT, deploy pre-punch card. John, get card. A shard of glass is expelled from the deck and maims the Harlequin doll. John, capture log fanciful Harlequins. You take 2 fanciful Harlequins. The additional useless freight pushes your PDA at the last card and switch to the Q modus so you can access the PDA. More glass shrapnel flies from your deck. This thing keeps following me around. I think it wants me to talk to it or something? Or talk to me or something? That's probably the kernel sprite. Apparently needs to be prototyped twice. Actually. Whatever the hell that means. These walkthroughs are horrendously written. Okay. Well, you're the one with the cursor, so just do whatever you think's the right thing to do. Also, fix my bathroom. TT, dropped maimed Harlequin into kernel sprite. The kernel sprite has been prototyped with the Harlequin doll. Horrible decision. Oh god. I still don't understand what this thing's gobbledygook. That was only a tier 1 prototyping. There is still another tier to prototyping process, which for all we know merely advances the synthesis through increasing esoteric states of linguistics. The clock is ticking. We don't have time for this asinine tomfoolery, this unmitigated poppycock, extravagant hogwash. Okay, stop. Stop typing whatever silly thing you're typing. I'm going upstairs for the big platformy thing. The altimeter? Huh? Try to learn the lingo. John, use pre-punched card with the altimeter. There is no slot for a card anywhere to be found on the altimeter. The Colonel Sprite followed you upstairs. TT, explore anemone. Anemone. Explore Ascentium. Acquiring the Crooksite Dowel seems to have populated the Ascentium with one item, a perfectly generic object. John, capture log telescope. Well, there goes that. You snatched the telescope from its tripod, but who knows, it might be useful. But more importantly, it pushes the Crooksite out of the last card, making it available for tinkering. The PDA is predictably jettisoned into the yard, over the neighbor's fence. John, put a Crooksite on a weird pattern on the altimeter. You put the Crooksite dowel on the altimeter's small pedestal. Something is happening. You set the altimeter to 3 perfectly generic objects for some reason, expending a total of 6 units of build grist. These things are completely useless. What a waste. Out of the corner of your eye, you notice something in the sky. John, switch modus and use Skelescope to inspect sky. You switch back to snack modus and get a closer look of your telescope. Whatever it is, the Colonel Sprite seems particularly agitated about it. You're no astronomer, but the trajectory looks suspiciously head-on with your current perspective. This is a troubling development. John, high five Colonel Sprite. You'd figure you've left him hanging long enough. John, attempt to ingest a unit of build grist. It is tempting. They strongly resemble the rock and blue raspberry gushers. However, no units of build grist or gaming abstraction do not seem to exist on a physical plane. There is apparently no crisis so imminent that would deter you from contemplating idiotic, frivolous actions. Your dad is getting home. John? What did you do with your PDA this time? I'm working on the bathroom, but we're running low on build grist. TT, revive bathroom. Ho, 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 ho. John, run to your room and contact TT through Pester Chum. 2 chums have been trying to message you. John, answer chums. I'm working on the bathroom, but we're running low on build grist. Oh man, who cares about the bathroom? There's now a meteor heading for my house. I see. Do you suppose it has anything to do with the game? I don't know, maybe. What do I do? I think it's very likely. The walkthroughs vaguely suggest an impending threat before they end. They all have been poorly constructed sentences that became even more curt and ambiguous, as if written hastily and with a sense of alarm. Actually, their dedication to updating the walkthroughs under such circumstances is admirable. Wow! Fascinating! If the meteor is in a game construct, then I think the only thing to do is proceed and try to solve the dilemma on the game's terms. Try using the lathe. It says you can use a card on it, but it isn't more specific than that. Okay, I'll do that. Really, it's a labor to read this shrivel. If I read any more, my brain will need a spoon fed from a jar. Well, it blows spit bubbles into the high chair. I think that's what I'll write in my own walkthrough. That is, after we make sure we don't die. I heard you got the box. I hope you appreciate my heroic fatherly perseverance in getting it to you. My my rough and tumble, dirty wife beaterly stored away. Also, I hope you appreciate how many no-talent douches had their mitts on that grubby bunny before you. Looked like a grubby baton in some huge doofbag marathon. Hey, where are you? Oh man, Bunny was awesome, but I don't have the time to talk. I am playing Suburb, and it's kind of a nightmare. TT is breaking everything in my house. Dude, I told you to steer clear of that game, and for that matter, you should probably wash your hands, the filthy broads, after that snarky horseshit altogether. And now there's a meteor coming, and I'm not even joking about that. It's like a big asteroid or comet or something in the sky, heading right for my house. Oh man, how big is it? I don't know. Big, I guess? I gotta go. We'll talk later, if I'm still alive and the Earth isn't blown up. Like, the size of Texas? Or just Rhode Island? They're always throwing around these geographic comparisons to give us some sense of scale, like it really means anything, to give anything to us. But it's like, it doesn't fucking matter. It's always just like, wow, that's pretty fucking big. Like, Mr. President, there's a meteor coming, sir. Oh yeah, how big is it? It's the size of Texas, sir. Oh shit! Or, how big is it? It's the size of New York, sir. New York City, sir. Oh shit! Sir, I'm afraid the comet is the size of your mom's dick. Oh snap! Sir, are you familiar with Jupiter? You mean like the planet? Yeah. Well, it's that big, sir. Well, that sounds pretty big. I have a question. Is it Jupiter? Yes, sir. The Earth is literally under siege by the planet fucking Jupiter. Oh shit! Anyway, later. John, use pre-punch card on totem leaf. You slip the pre-punch card into a slot in the totem leaf above the tool arm deploys the You slip the pre-punch card in the slot in the totem leaf above the tool arm deploys a configuration of chisels. Now you just need something to lathe. John, take Crooksite to totem leaf. Cursing your lack of foresight, you return the balcony and for the Crooksite dowel you left on the pedestal. You navigate the hallway leery of your dad, who is presently puzzling over the new fixture in his hallway. He really do be kinda going, huh? The perfect crime. You retrieve the Crooksite dowel. Dad just shrugs and heads back downstairs, presumably to do some more baking. If only he knew you were hard at work saving his ass. Use Crooksite dowel on the totem lathe. You clamp the Crooksite in the lathe. The lathe carves one totem. You take the totem. Alright, I got the lathe for this blue shapey thingy. Now I guess I take it back to the alchemixer again? Hello? TT is no longer connected. A young lady stands in her bedroom. Due to a violent storm, her house has just lost power. Along with her wireless internet connection, this has severed her link to a popular video game she was playing with a young man at a critical moment. That young man is relying on this young lady to reestablish a connection somehow. This young lady is named... It's on the tip of your tongue. What was the name of this young lady again? Flighty Broad. No, that wasn't it! One more time. Rose Lalonde. That works. Your name is Rose, as previously mentioned. You are without electricity, although your laptop computer still functions on battery power. You have a variety of interests. You have a passion for rather obscure literature. You enjoy creative life, or somewhat secretive about it. And you have a fondness for beastly strange and fictitious, and sometimes dabble in psychoanalysis. You like to knit, and your room is a bit of a mess. And on an occasion, if it's just like the right one that strikes your fancy, you like to play video games with your friends. What will you do? Rose, retrieve arms from the purple box. The purple packet's contents are private. No one is allowed to look inside. Rose, writhe like a phlegamium and puke on your bed. Ugh, what a terrible idea. The thought alone makes you sick at your stomach. Rose, stroke writing journal and mutter, "My precious." It would only resort to such an unbearing activity while no one was watching. These journals are for your eyes only. Rose, get violin. You capture the violin, storing it in the root card of your Zillidex. Rose, play a haunting refrain on the violin. You waste approximately 40 seconds playing the violin while your friend is in peril. Nice time management skills there, sweetheart. Since your good-for-nothing friend is obviously not going to bail out you in this time, you wishes a few words of parting fondness to dear, sweet Liv. Oh, if only Affleck could have been the one to make the final sacrifice instead of her stubborn, blue-collar, solid-earth father. Then she would fall into your arms for consolation, and you would be the one to see Willis be proud. Capsulog knitting supply bag. You get the knitting bag. It occupies the left card under the violin, per the tree modus alphabetical sorting method. K under V. Yeah, that makes sense. Or K over V, however you want to say that. Greater than V, or lesser than. K lesser than V. There, I got it. I'm bad at this. Your paranormic window offers a view of your yard below and the mausoleum housing of your dead cat Jaspers, who died when you were young. Your mom had the structure erected with a spirit of scornful irony in the response to your usually innocent request to hold a funeral for the animal. At least, that is how you've come to interpret the gesture in retrospect. You can also make a silhouette out of the laboratory in the next door, a facility which likely broadcasts a strong wireless internet signal. You may be able to connect a signal from a different part of the house. Perhaps if you seek higher ground? Rose, get laptop. You take your laptop and prepare to make a journey through the house. L lesser than V, L greater than K. This causes the tree to be unbalanced, so your Zillidex auto-balances itself. Now the laptop occupies the root card, while the other two items comprise the leaves. K lesser than L, V greater than L. Rose, examine book on desk. This book is absolutely indispensable for enthusiasts of your ilk, of which there are very few. Rose, take book. You take the grimoire. G lesser than L, G lesser than K. Rose, go explore the house. You leave your bedroom. Hanging next to your door in the hallway is a painting of an exquisite wizard. Your mother collects these awful things, ironically. She must know how much you detest them, and how there is no doubt in your mind she stores these dreadful things in the house to bother you. Down the hall to the right is the observatory. Perhaps you will be able to connect from up there. Your mother's room's also in that direction. You'll have to watch your step. Rose, tiptoe to the observatory. You approach a juncture in the hallway. Beyond the juncture is the observatory. I did not say that right. You approach a juncture in the hallway. Beyond the juncture is the observatory. There, I nailed it that time. Rose, sneak by. That was sick. This door leads up to the observatory. You haven't ventured up here in quite some time. Rose, go through the door. The door opens to an exterior hallway leading to the observatory entrance. You've seen less inclement weather before. Oh, the things you'll do to help out a friend. Rose, hurry up to that observatory. Rose, try to connect! You first put your laptop down on the floor where it gets situated. But removing your root card causes all the branches and leaves to be severed. Your items are dumped unceremoniously on the floor. What did you expect? Rose, see what you can observe. You're in a hurry, sure, but that doesn't mean you can take a moment to peek through the huge telescope. You find a gap in the cloud, and it seems a flurry of smaller meteoroids is striking steadily overhead. You're not sure what this means, but it's somewhat disconcerting. Rose, stack laptop on Greb Moore to maximize elevation. You'll need every advantage you'll get. Or you can. Works same way either way. You get the idea. Rose, access laboratory Wi-Fi network. There are several signals being broadcasted from the laboratory. Each are relatively decent strength. One of them is mysteriously quite conveniently unsecured, requiring no password. You select the signal and reconnect the game with John. I'm back. Hurry up and open my door! Not that it even matters, I think I'm probably dead no matter what. Patience, you still haven't used the no totem. Huh? I believe it'll create an item on the punch card. So what is it? Like an apple or something? What good would that even do? We'll see. I have no evidence that anyone has successfully created the item, and the content of the card appears to be variable from session to session. In one instance it was described as an eggy-looking sick. Do we have enough time for those building jewels to make it? According to the Azincium, it's a free item. This speaks to importance in my view. Now, off you go. Rose, remove the door from hinges. There goes the rest of your build, Grist. Rose, put the bathtub back. You should probably have just done this in the first place. John, take the totem to the alchemitor. Go to these stupid blocks out of the way first. The Colonel Sprite is getting awfully worked up about all this. Rose, remove blocks. You store the perfectly generic objects in your familiar registry, potentially to be deployed at a later time. John, take a bite out of the apple. And that's the end of Act 1. Close curtains. I'm done. It's 5 in the morning. I started this at 3. Homestuck is long, and that's only 200 pages in one day, in one sitting. I could go a lot longer, but my brain cells are telling me not to do this at this late of an hour. I think that's a bad idea beyond so many layers and so many ways that I'm not gonna continue. I'm probably gonna sleep. If not, I'm gonna stay up all night and drink a coffee or something. I don't fucking know. My brain is in a constant loop of trying to do that and not. I need to fix my schedule again, but whatever. Cool stream. 11 out of 10. How long did that go? 1 hour and a half. Okay. Very cool. Thank you for not appearing at all, and thank you for not... I forgot that I had a stream layout. The world would be a better place without me, which is why I have to keep living. Alright, that was very cool, very horrible. I might do an act per until we hit, like, Act 4 or whatever the, there's a long act that has, like, 2,000 pages or something. I don't know, that's a good idea. So, yeah, 10 out of 10, I hope I can pull this off in like a month or so, or maybe even less time. I don't know how often I'm gonna do this. I'm too busy playing Deep Rock Galactic. Very good. I will now proceed to leave you with Gas to Rap for like 3 minutes or maybe even like 30 seconds and then end the stream.
Adios, amigos.